Went right there. Thank you so much. We appreciate that moment. And as you've heard, you'll also get your copy at Amazon and the final copy. Back to you, our Cabinet Secretary. Thank you for the one love.
Thank you very much for that session. I would like also to say that the Memorandum of Understanding that we have signed, one of the outcomes that we will get as Kenya is assistance in developing an AI tool for tourism in Kenya. They've done it and we will partner. And so there are very many things that will come out of this partnership. What the minister from Jamaica didn't tell us is that he's the longest serving minister of tourism in the world. And that's why the book is very, very rich. I think before we invite you, Your Excellency, we are going to sign the communique or read the communique that contains the outcome of this conference. Yeah. So the Nairobi Declaration on Global Tourism Resilience, adopted at the 4th Global Tourism Resilience Day Conference and Expo at Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi, on 17th February 2026. Back in 2023, the United Nations General Assembly declared the 19th of February as the annual Global Tourism Resilience Day. The resolution, initiated by Jamaica and co-sponsored by 94 member states, underscores the international community's recognition of tourism resilience as a development priority. The global recognition builds upon the momentum generated by the previous 3 annual Global Tourism Resilience Day conferences and expos, all held in Jamaica. The day serves as a platform for advancing dialogue, partnership, and practical strategies to enhance the sector's capacity to anticipate, withstand, and recover from crisis.
So we, the ministers, policymakers, industry leaders, development partners, academics, and stakeholders assembled in Nairobi between February 16th to 18th, 2026, and guided by the theme, Tourism Resilience in Action, from the crisis response to impactful transformation, reaffirm our shared commitment to strengthening resilience across the global tourism sector. Therefore,
recognizing tourism as a fundamental driver of economic growth, employment, cultural exchange, and sustainable development, whilst acknowledging its growing exposure to climate, health-related, geopolitical, economic, technological, and social risks, and affirming that resilience is a strategic imperative for the survival and prosperity of the sector.
Do hereby adopt this Nairobi Declaration as a shared commitment to collective action, guiding our path towards 2030 and beyond. Article 1, institutionalizing resilience. Embed comprehensive resilience frameworks within the national tourism policies and legislative instruments to integrate crisis preparedness, risk assessment, and business continuity planning into destination management, strengthen dedicated resilience units, and foster cross-sectoral coordination.
Article 2 is financing resilience. We shall mobilize sustainable financing for resilient infrastructure, digital transformation, and climate adaptation, encourage blended finance and building recovery capacity, establish a dedicated tourism resilience fund in every region to support preparedness, recovery, and sustainable growth.
Harness, that's Article 3, data innovation and technology. Harness data, artificial intelligence, and predictive analytics to anticipate and managing emerging crises. To promote digital transformation across the tourism value chain, supported by robust information systems enabling consistent measurement and reporting of resilient indicators. Encourage collaborative resource and knowledge exchange through institutions such as the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center.
We shall truncate Article 4, which is climate and nature positive tourism. Article 5, inclusive and human-centered resilience. Article 6 is regional and global cooperation. And now on implementation and accountability, develop measurable resilience indicators aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, create information systems capable of monitoring and reporting on resilience progress at national and regional levels, encourage annual progress reporting and periodic peer reviews to share learning and address challenges. And in conclusion,
by 2030, we envision a global tourism sector that is, one, more resilient to the shocks of an uncertain world, more inclusive in the distribution of opportunity, more sustainable in its environmental and social practice, and more collaborative in its governance.
Through shared leadership, we pledge ourselves to a future-ready, adaptive, and transformative tourism sector, one capable not merely of withstanding challenges, but of shaping a better world in their wake. And this is adopted in Nairobi, Republic of Kenya, this 17th day of February 2026. It is co-signed
by the Honorable Rebecca Miano, HGH, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife, and
Edmond Bartet Curtis, Minister of Tourism, Jamaica, plus our colleagues from DRC and from South Sudan, from Angola, and witnessed by all the delegations here today and all the participants who we have converted to our faithful witnesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
chief guest, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, as this conference and Expo draws to a close, we have nothing but deep gratitude, first to you for creating time to come and join us today, and to our guests, organizers, participants, and everyone who contributed to its success. For the last 2 days, we have surveyed the shifting landscape of risk that now defines our world. We have drawn lessons from recent storms, both literal and metaphorical. We have charted the vulnerabilities that remain. More so, we have forged a conviction that resilience can no longer remain a postscript to crisis. It is the architecture upon which global tourism must be built. With those remarks, it is now my privilege and honor to invite our Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, to address us and close this forum. I respectfully request that we all stand and invite him with a hand clap.
Thank you. Please be seated. Madam Rebecca Miano, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism. Cabinet ministers present from our friendly and sister countries. The PSS, captains of the tourism sector, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to address you during this closing ceremony of the 4th Global Tourism Resilience Day Conference and Expo that coincides with the Global Tourism Resilience Day. I believe you have enjoyed being in Kenya and had interactions with our people. I know you have had fruitful deliberations on tourism resilience during these 2 days. Tourism in Kenya remains one of the most powerful drivers of inclusive growth. It creates jobs, empowers our youth and women, helps to preserve our culture, and protects our wildlife and environment. It also builds bridges among our people, regional and international communities. Yet tourism is one of the most vulnerable sectors to global shocks such as pandemics, climate change, geopolitical pressures, and economic uncertainty. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic reminded us that resilience is a critical imperative in tourism. As we leave here, let us join hands to build systems that can withstand disruption, adapt swiftly, and recover sustainably. Under the leadership of His Excellency President William Ruto, we have embraced tourism resilience as a national priority. Currently, we are investing in diversified tourism products, expanding beyond traditional wildlife safaris to include cultural tourism, ecotourism, MICE tourism, sports tourism, gastronomy tourism, and digital innovation in travel services. Additionally, we are committed to strengthening public-private partnerships, enhancing sustainability standards to protect our natural heritage, from the iconic savannas of the Masai Mara to our pristine coastline along the Indian Ocean. We are also building capacity for crisis preparedness, data-driven decision-making, and climate adaptation. As we progress with this narrative of tourism resilience, let us keep in mind that resilience means inclusion. Therefore, we should ensure that local communities, youth entrepreneurs, women-led enterprises, and small businesses are fully incorporated. The role of governments is to link them to financing, technology, and global markets. Further, I call upon you present here today to collaborate, since solitary action is as good as mute. The exchange of knowledge among nations represented here today has been inspiring. We have seen how innovation, policy coherence, and resilience, investing in resilience, crisis response, data-driven defense, and regional cooperation can transform vulnerability into opportunity. As we come to a close of this fourth Global Tourism Resilience today, the conference and Expo, I urge each one of us to prioritize young entrepreneurs, women-led enterprises, and small businesses. Here, three key commitments come to mind. One, the need to mainstream resilience into every tourism policy and investment decision. Two, the imperative of accelerating climate action within the tourism sector. And three, to strengthen global partnerships that will enable shared learning and coordinated responses to crisis. For Kenya, we are ready and committed to continue working with all partners of tourism, resilience organizations, governments, academia, and the private sector to advance a tourism sector that is sustainable, inclusive, and future-ready. Allow me to extend our sincere gratitude to the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center in Jamaica, organizers, sponsors, academia, speakers, exhibitors, and delegates who have made this conference a success. In conclusion, I beseech you all, as you depart from Kenya, to carry with you the outcomes of this conference. Yes, but also an unbendable resolve to build a prosperous tourism sector with unshakable shock absorbers. Before I leave the podium, let me take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism, led by Rebecca Miano, giving it a solid profile. The figures, as I was telling her, are looking good. In 2023, tourism earned us about 268 billion Kenya shillings. By end of 2024, the figures that have come through indicate that it rose to about 452 billion Kenya shillings. That is a rise of about 65 to 68% in terms of revenues. And we have also seen more international tourists. I think we got about 2.4 million from the international arena. And the target is to hit 5.5 million by next year, end of next year. So that is a very good trajectory, and we want to assure all the practitioners in this sector that we remain committed to developing our tourist sector to its full potential. I also want to thank all our guests who have been here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your experiences with us. I will definitely look at the book from somebody who has been in public service for 50 years. Unbelievable. well done, and definitely you have made a big contribution to the whole space of tourism. So with these remarks, let me wish you safe travels as you go back home and welcome you again to Kenya. Thank you, God bless you, and the forum is closed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary. And just before you take your seat, sir, we have a request to just take 3 quick pictures, and would like you back on stage after they have cleared it. And I would want to request our 2 ministers, our own very own Rebecca Miano, and of course followed by Honorable Edmund, to kindly join you for the first picture. So if you don't mind, the way we did it yesterday, Madam CS, just right there at the center. Excellent. We're going to start with that, and then just before we proceed on, let me start with that first, and then all the other ministers are going to join you for this one. If you don't mind, you could take your seats, the rest of us. Photographers, be ready. It's going to be very wide in a moment. There you go, 3 to go. May I request the other ministers kindly join us from South Sudan, Angola. Please come by as well. Kindly join this particular picture. Maybe we could take some 2 steps back to allow the photographers to have a good moment. Right? Excellent. There you go. Let's join that. And tech team, you could push that table away so that we can be able to have a good session. There you go. Lovely. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being right there and helping us in this particular one. May I request that we also have joining in this particular photo very fast, the officials from the Global Resilience Center, Jamaica and Kenya. Kindly come up very fast and join this particular picture. The officials from the Global Resilience Center, Jamaica and Kenya. Please come up right now so we can close on that. And this one as well will also be joined by the permanent secretaries, the PSS, if you don't mind. Please allow the PSS to come in right here. And some of us are going to be here. All right, photographers, I don't know how you're going to do, but you can use the back there. Now, you have the permission to just walk that way so that you're able to take nice pictures, right? Excellent. Our PSS as well are in. Lovely, lovely. There you go. There you go. I think we're trying to see how we can arrange Jamaican style. There you go. Excellent, excellent. Let's look straight at the cameras. Thank you so much. That should be it. There's one more. Yeah, it's not complete until the 2 ladies are in. Thank you so much. And finally, I'm going to request the CEOs to kindly come. And the CEOs will come here at the front. You just stand at the front so we can have one big picture. All right? CEOs, please come. Please come. Right here. And I'm going to request one more time that we stand. Come right here. All the way to the end. Right there. Excellent. There you go. And the other CEOs on the other end, please come right here. Even private sector, please come right here at the center. There you go. And then I'm going to ask the delegates at the back, kindly take a step forward. Just one more step forward, just to ensure that the photo looks as good as it can. We have some more space on this at the end. There you go. Excellent. Lovely, lovely. This is beautiful. Excellent. Could you kindly jump? It looks like it could work that way. Yes, up there, up there, up there. Yes, there you go. There you go. Excellent. We're just trying to organize it very well so that it looks good. Lovely. Gentlemen, the 2 gentlemen at the end, come this side. We have more space for you here so we can have a clean photo. Excellent. Lovely. I think we got it now. I think we got it now. Excellent. So in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Thank you so much. We're going to request that the Prime Cabinet Secretary remains right there for the national anthem as the rest of us take our seats. Thank you so much. So we can have our anthem and then we can close. Thank you so much once again. Right Honorable Prime Minister. We're going to close with the national anthem. I ask us all to stand. And we're going to request our Prime Cabinet Secretary to remain right there for the close of the session with the Kenya National Anthem. Over to you, the Kenya National Anthem, please. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate our chief guest, the Right Honorable, and we're going to request the cabinet ministers as well, together with our chief guest, to kindly exit. Let's allow them to exit first the hall, together with our delegates, all the ministers in the house, kindly exit. And then the rest of us, I'm going to give you directions on how we're going to have our sessions and our exits. But thank you so much. That was a beautiful moment. That Max